What is good, guys? It's your boy Ray-Jay back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what on earth has happening on Elon Musk's Twitter. He did tweet some really big things, so that's what I'm going to talk about because his tweets do affect the overall market and why they're very significant. But anyways, before I do say anything, I do have to mention I'm not a financial expert, so do not take this as financial advice. This video is solely for entertainment purposes only. So anyways, Elon Musk put wild dollar sign T1 times, and that's referring to trillion dollar times, and he's referring to the fact that Tesla just broke $1 trillion in terms of its market cap. That's absolutely breaking news. And then for the share price, that means that the share price was $1,000 or above. So Tesla broke $1,000 in its share price, and that's huge news. That's huge news because we've been waiting for this for so long. They finally did it, and Elon Musk did tweet about that. So huge shout out to him and all the engineers and everyone that was a part of that. Tesla as a company, they did it. They broke 1 trillion, and it's just getting started. So, anyways, I also want to talk about this right over here. And Elon Musk had a huge, important tweet. He was basically replying to this right over here where it says, "How about Flock?" And he said this. Let me zoom in a little bit. He said this: out of curiosity, I acquired some, hash strings called Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. That's it. As I've said before, don't bet the farm on crypto. True value is building products and providing services to your fellow human beings, not money in any form. So remember, he said don't bet the farm on crypto. He means don't bet like your bread, your rent, and so on and so forth on crypto alone. He's basically saying be cautious, don't go all in on crypto, and be very, conscious of where you're putting your money and be careful. But at the end of the day, he's not saying don't invest in crypto. He's just saying be careful with your money, while simultaneously he is actually holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. That's it. So no hates to people who like Shiba Inu or anything like that. And I totally understand if you're upset by this, but it's okay because I see a lot of potential in Shiba Inu, but also a ton of potential in Dogecoin as well. And his tweets have caused Dogecoin to absolutely explode. If you look at what happened recently, this was reported on the news, and it being reported on the news does lead to big things happening. He says he only owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, and that's going to be fantastic. As you guys can see, that Dogecoin has been running quite soon, and recently it has been running as well. So I think it's going to be fantastic. I do think that Elon Musk had more tweets coming out, so I'm going to talk about those. But that to me is just huge news because he is holding Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin only. So ask yourself, what does that mean for Dogecoin? Don't take this as financial advice. Just ask yourself that. And that's causing a lot of people who are trying to quote unquote take profits from Shiba Inu and push it into Dogecoin now. So now it's Dogecoin's turn to have another run up, and it's most likely going to happen. It's rallying right now. It's very exciting. And I personally think that's going to be very huge. People are saying that the Dogecoin price could be the beneficiary of an anticipated short-term drop in Shiba Inu, and that's hey, it happens. It's part of the stock market, but I see a lot of potential in both of them. Dogecoin might be in a bullish cycle right now. It probably is, and it's getting ready for those big levels, such as 34 cents coming very soon. And soon, by next year, we should see Dogecoin to $1, in my opinion. I think it's going to come very soon. So just give it the time it needs. Once again, wild $1 trillion times, not just based off Tesla, but based off everything that has been going on, everything it took to get there, how much it's helped investors, and so on and so forth. Elon Musk also said something very cool. He was replying to Pro the Doge, and he said that lots of people I talked to on the production lines at Tesla or building rockets at SpaceX own Doge. They aren't financial experts or Silicon Valley technologists. That's why I decided to support Doge, support Dogecoin. It felt like the people's cryptocurrency. And that to me tells it all, guys. Not every single person out there comes from a privileged background. Not every single person out there is, an expert at different pieces of technology. Not everyone is a rocket scientist. But when you look at Dogecoin, and let me pull up the Dogecoin chart right here, I have it right there. It's currently at 26 cents a coin. We saw it at 19 cents a coin. When you see a cryptocurrency at those levels, it's affordable for even people who do not have much money. And there are millions of Americans who live paycheck to paycheck, for instance. So even someone like that, even someone that only has $5 or $10 a month to spare, they could still buy Dogecoin. They could still hold and they could still have ownership in this movement. So it just goes to show, guys, that there's a lot of conviction in Dogecoin, and Elon Musk has had a lot of tweets recently about Dogecoin as well. Now, the last two tweets I'm going to talk about involve this right over here. Basically, it was reported right here that Tesla's full self-driving beta 10.3.1 starts rollout after brief weekend rollback, and the Tesla full self-driving beta version 10.3.1 is being rolled out to members of the company's beta pool this morning. And that basically happened when there were bugs in the initial rollout software version of 10.3 on Sunday. So there were some bugs in their software which caused a bit of a delay, and a lot of people criticized Tesla all of a sudden, but Elon Musk apologized for what happened, and he did clarify that by saying that sorry to Tesla beta users for the trouble. Issue turned out to be power saving mode interacting with full self driving or the full self driving software. Our internal QA fleet didn't see this because cars are constantly in use, so very rarely entering power saving mode. Internal QA will obviously test this case going forward, and they're basically going to improve. He also gave a huge appreciation to Tesla's autopilot engineering and QA and so on and so forth. So, those basically, guys, a lot of big things are happening. A lot of people are very excited, and Elon Musk is a busy man. He has a lot of things going on, and he still finds time to make very interesting things, very funny jokes as well. So he had some jokes that came out on his Twitter, and he said this. This is one of my favorite ones. It's very simple for people to understand. It's very funny. It says, "What if your name is Johnson and you happen to work at Johnson and Johnson?" Wow. Yeah, I think that's really funny. A lot of people are just, making very similar jokes. So he's a very funny guy. And he's an absolute inspiration. So his quotes and what he puts on his Twitter affects the market, which is one of the reasons why you should actually pay attention to his tweets. I'm not trying to make this, peculiar in any way. I just want to put it out there, such as if he says wild 1 trillion times, if he says something like, "Oh, I'm holding tons of Dogecoin or Dogecoin to the moon" or something like that, that could affect Dogecoin, that could affect trading, which is why you got to be very, careful. You got to pay attention to what is happening. Because if I click on his Twitter right over here, he has over 60 million followers, guys. 61.3 million to be precise. That's significant because if just 1% of his followers bought into something that he says, that's over 600,000 people. If just 2% of his followers try to do something after he tweets, that's over a million people, guys. 1.2 million people. That's an insane amount of people following him. There are more people following him on Twitter than the amount of people in like California. It is almost the same amount of people as the people in like Florida and California combined, from my knowledge. It's almost the same, maybe off by a few million, but I'm just putting it out there, guys. This guy has insane power, insane amounts of followers, and that affects the market. He's not only the CEO of two companies, but I just want to put it out there that you got to pay attention to these things because they could affect the market tomorrow as I speak right now. And that's the reason why I try to pay as close attention as I can. Sometimes you'll see a joke here and there, but sometimes you'll see some huge updates, such as the update about Tesla right over here. Big things, guys, big things. But, anyways, those are the most significant tweets I saw in a very, very small proximity of time, or very recently, the most recent ones. So I'm just putting it out there. If you don't want to like scroll through his Twitter and try to find every single one of these, I have it all in a short video. And that's it for this one. So take care, guys. Nothing is financial advice. It's all for entertainment. And have a great rest of the day. Take care, stay strong, and never give up on your dreams. Thank you, and peace out.